Hi, everybody. My name is Darcel Dillard-Suite, and I just want to welcome you as a sports ambassador. This is your orientation. Myself and Dr. Derek Sweet, we started the Full Circle Life Enrichment Center over 20-something years ago. So it's all about mental health awareness, and this initiative is going to give you an opportunity to learn more about us. Again, thank you for being a sports ambassador. So let's get started. All right, so what is this all about? The Sports Ambassador Program means you're going to be working with our charity, the Life Enrichment Center. And what that means is you're going to be working to help us create a bridge between the worlds of sports and mental health. And how cool is that? The other thing you'll be doing is highlighting the profound impact that physical activity, which you all know a lot about as athletes, what that activity, that physicality can mean when it comes to your well-being. It also is an opportunity for you as a sports person to unite your college and your colleagues and your coaches and your community with our charitable organization by just your being an ambassador. You're standing for yourself, but you're standing for mental health and you're standing for us. What else you have to do as a sports ambassador is look at how this will aim to break down the stigma that surrounds mental health, and this should help us inspire a positive change in communities one game at a time. Why do I need to understand mental health? Well, let me explain something to you. As an athlete, when you look at this bubble over here, there's a lot of pressure as an athlete. First of all, you got to make the team. That competition has been probably in your genes, in your DNA for years. But the stress of mental health can make you feel like you're alone, that you're not good enough, that you're a failure, and the stress. Did we say stress? So a sports ambassador is someone who's going to understand that all these things happen to not just you or me, to all athletes. Every now and then we all have an issue. All right. What do you need to know? Why do you need to know this? And here's what we want to tell you about what you need to know. Let me go back one more slide. What you need to know is, as an athlete, when it comes to mental health, there's a lot that's going on. We all remember that COVID took place, but even before we get to number two, let me talk about number one. In 2021, 5 female athletes died by suicide. Then we had COVID in 2020, and things went bonkers for everybody. 50% of all male and female athletes reported feeling a sense of hopelessness. And then number three, approximately 35% of all athletes suffer from a disorder, eating, burnout, stress, depression, anxiety, OCD, ADHD, you name it. So what we know about mental health is this, and these statistics are very important because it can happen to any one of us. Now let's get to this slide. So what can you do as a sports ambassador? I'm going to tell you how the program works right now. The first thing you can do is sign up with the podcast. You're going to talk with me or Dr. Sweet or our Chief of Staff, Maha. But for the most part, I'm looking forward to doing a lot of these podcasts with you that's just going to talk about your journey. Here I have Brandon Marshall. We know Brandon Marshall. He worked with us many, many years ago. He is upfront about being concerned about mental health, and he also suffered from a mental health disorder. I think he was bipolar. So when you see someone like this, who, hold on a second, go back. When you see someone like this, Brandon, who actually has had a lot going in his life, he has a story. Well, you have a story too. Now let's go to this slide. Sometimes with these PowerPoints. All right. The second thing you're going to do is educate yourself by attending a virtual training, webinar, or a podcast that's done by the one and only Dr. Derek Sweet. Dr. Derek Sweet works for the Knicks, the Jets, the Rangers, a number of soccer teams. He is the consummate psychiatrist and mental health performance guru that you're going to have access to. You will have access to Dr. Sweet as a result of everything we are doing in this program to avail sports ambassadors to connect with him. Number three, we have a walkathon. And it's anytime, anywhere. Our campaign is year round, and we're hoping that you will sign up on our page, create your own team, and begin to think about how you can have mental wellness connected to exercise. And walking is easy. Not all of us going to be athletes like you all, right? We don't have the skills. My jump shot's terrible. I'm pretty good at tennis, but my jump shot is terrible. So walking is something we all can do. And mental health, when you walk, it clears your head. You get to actually really get your body moving. So there's a lot of positives around that. So hopefully, as number 3, as part of Ambassador, you'll sign up for a Walk Anywhere, Anytime campaign. And Maha, our chief of staff, will show you how to do that. We do have a walkathon that's now coming up. It'll be done soon, but this is all year round. Walk anywhere, anytime, and you can sign up and just create your own team for this. And this is your number 3 as sports ambassador activity. Then number 4, the last one, is educate yourself about the mental health whole journey, the importance of mental health. You can post messages, just like this message here by good old Simone Biles. I say put mental health first, because if you don't, then you're not going to enjoy your sport and you're not going to succeed as much as you want to. So we will send you positive mental health messages. You may find your own, but you post them. And this is part of the activity of a sports ambassador. And it shows that you're engaged and you're actually getting the message out, and you're educating yourself and you're educating everybody who is on your social. Now, why should you do all this? Why is any of this important? I'm going to tell you why it's all important. It's a positive influence on all other athletes when you stand for mental health. It's a personal fulfillment that you personally can get, and a self-awareness because you're connected to an organization that cares about mental health. How many Black psychiatrists and mental health professionals do you know? Now we're connecting you with a whole team that's going to care about what you do. I don't care if you're Black, white, Asian, Latina, it doesn't matter to us. But the power around mental health is one that does mean our cultural sensitivity has to be initiated so that we can actually connect meaningful messages to all of you. So please understand that this is important. It's a self-fulfillment. You're connecting with an organization that has a great initiative. And then you're using your image and your likeness for a program that not only helps us generate funding, we're going to help you too. This will help position you to actually be connected as early entrepreneurs, early philanthropists, to actually do something meaningful. And we can talk more about that when you connect with us. But this is why you're doing this. Your image and likeness is going to be amazing. All right, let's go back to this slide. Next steps. Well, what I want you to do as I end this orientation with you is set up your own podcast appointment with us. We'll be emailing and talking to you about this. Start your social media posting. You can do that today, right after you listen to this orientation. Maybe find a message out there. There's a lot of positive mental health messages. Post them, and then let your Team Nilo know that you posted it. And then connect back with Team Nilo. And you will be able to hear more about opportunities, more about partnerships, and more about how you, as a sports ambassador, can just truly make sure you're connected to a good cause. I want to read this quote as we end. While not 100% of your student athletes will need clinical care, 100% of your student athletes need mental health education. Okay, that's it for me. Thank you for listening to your Sports Ambassadors Orientation. I am Darcel Dillard-Suite. You'll be meeting Dr. Derek Sweet at some point. Sometimes he'll be doing some of these podcasts. You'll meet Maha. She's our chief of staff. And we want to thank Team Nilo for connecting all of us together for a mission that not only matters, mental health is foundational to all health. All right. Thank you very much. And I'm signing off. Make sure you connect with us. Don't ignore our text messages, and listen to Dr. Sweet's podcast when you get a chance. We have a few that are going to be on our website, and some of you already have podcasts on our website, but this is exciting. So pay attention. A lot is going to happen that's amazing.